Adayin inu maturas. It's still not answered. Dal kol panim kechashecha ko'ora, that at any rate darkness is like light, shavin, equal, imkain, in front of him, if darkness and light are equal, imkain. Chigara ha'or min ha'choshech, is the light less than the darkness. Umadua Yisrael hayu begalus atzum. Why was Israel in such a tremendous exile, tachas of the gilulim, under the idol worshippers, shem choshechulu, which are darkness? So if it's equal light and darkness, why should we be subjugated to Paro, who's the darkness? They're equal. However, the concept is Yishlomo, we can say, Al derech Mamar Zal, like our sages said, my taima easy, maskan bereisha. For what reason do the goats go first? V'hadarimri, and only then the sheep. Amar le, so he said to him, Kibriyasu shalolam. Now this is like the creation of the world, bereisha chashocha, v'hadar nehora, that first comes the darkness and then comes the light. So the brazen goats correspond with the darkness, and they go first. Parshas Breshis pasuk v'yara Elokim es ha'or kitov. V'hainu kemo begidul hapri gadal haklipa tchila, just like by fruit growing, so the shell or peel grows first. Kemo beha'egos, like by a walnut, mitchila hurak klipa. First it's only a klipa ad shenigmar, until it's finished. Az miskale hapri. And then the fruit is revealed. V'chin bechitim mitchila him tevn v'kashchulu. So too by the wheat, first you have the chaff and the straw. Ein b'medrash Rabbah of Parshas Vayishlach v'chin ba'adam tchila hu yisavus hashliachulu. So too by the creation of man, first is the creation of the placenta. Because that which is the main intention comes at the end, like in the flow of intellect. First I have to have allegories and prefaces, until afterwards you explain what's allegorized and the intent. So too by the creation of the world. First is created the inanimate, the plant, and the animal. And only afterwards man was created on the sixth day. And similarly is the 2,000 years of chaos until the Torah was revealed. And the concept in its root is the concept of the world of Tohu and the world of Tikkun. That from the world of Tohu are created the Klipos, Misham Chayusan, and from there is their life force, and from the world of Tikkun, that's where the fruit comes from. That, like it says in Zohar, these are the offspring of the heavens and earth. That whenever it says these, it nullifies the first ones. That first ones were from the concept of Tohu. That is hinted in the verse that the earth was Tohu and Vohu. So Abreshis Tavkaf Dal Ramad Beis, Vain Minyan Beis, Bechinos Selu de Tov, Tikkun Betor, or Parshas Vayishlach, Bedibura Maschil Vayikach Mina Babiado Mincha. And look what it says in Torah, or about this idea by Yaakov and Esav, when Yaakov sent a mincha to Esav of impure animals, because he thought he had been mitaken the Shviras HaKelim of Tohu. That this is similar to the concept in the supernal chariot of the lion and the ox, that below the lion is a wild animal, and the ox is a pure animal. So one is impure and one is pure. But the lion in its root spiritually has a higher source. But it's that the lion comes down in a way of drawing down from the world of Tohu, al yidei Yud Aleph Kisrin de Noga, through the 11 crowns of Noga, so to speak. Shina or meir rak bebichinas makiv chulu, that the concept of the crowns is that this light, that's their spiritual source, only shines in an encompassing way, and therefore they're called crowns. V'lo nimshach b'pnimiyusam, and does not shine in an inner way. Gilui elukus, a divine revelation. Ulchein kochora v'tameh, therefore their strength is great, but they are impure, but the world of tikkun, this that the divine shines, the elukus shines in a revealed state, that is through nullification, and that is that it's pure. And that's also the concept of the generation that got separated, that they built a city and a tower to draw down the life force from up high in an encompassing way, that therefore even if they go in the freedom of their hearts, in their bad hearts, freely they'll still get the life force. And this is the root of the concept of the peel and the fruit, the shell and the fruit. But nonetheless, in its first state of creation, the shell guards the fruit. But through the sin of the tree of knowledge, the shell became not a helper, but an enemy against. Therefore, you could not have the revelation of the tikkun, the revelation of the fruit. My peri mitzvos, the fruits mitzvos, gilu elokus, revelation of elokus. But first we had the preface of tohu, from which comes the shell, and only afterwards we could, through the 2,000 years, could we get to the Torah, the fruit. And this is like the creation of the world. In the beginning was darkness, that it doesn't shine in a revealed state, only in an encompassing way, and afterwards is light. Afterwards shines the light in the revelation. Similarly, these goats who go first, that the goats correspond with the hair of the man the hairy man, like Esav, and then the sheep, that the sheep correspond with Yaakov, like the verse that Yaakov divided the sheep. And this is like the concept of the sheep in front of her shearers is silent, like the Hadgashon Lifnei Gozezeh, that before her shearers. Kirachel Bechinas Imri, because the concept of Rachel is like the sheep. Vitzemer Rachelim, and the hair of the sheep. Bechinas V'Sa'arei Shei Kamar Nekei Chulu. That hair is like the concept of the hair on his head is like clean wool, as is described in Atik Yomin Yosiv. So it's a concept of the hair in Kedusha, not the hair of Esav. And this is what it says, that Hashem has chosen you today, or from the Lashon Imri, that it comes from the Keser of Hashem's desire. And so too, Hashem, you have longed for today and chosen today, which is not the case with the hair of the goats. It does not correspond with this level. Therefore, the klippas are like the shears of this sheep. To divide this to divide this wool of the sheep, so that it shouldn't be in a state of nullification. That's the division of it. Lahafrid. That's the cutting off. It's the concept of division. Ein mize belikuti Torah maharizal sof Parshas Vayishlach b'dibur hamaschil ve'eleh malachim shel malchu beretz Edom chulu vayim bezor reish Parshas Noach binyan ele toldos Noach ele pasal el sarishonim she'al derech ze Shabbos legabe yemei chol. And look also the concept of that Noach nullified the first generation similarly, and this is also the difference between Shabbos and the weekdays, which is like also the peel and the fruit, or the concept of birurim and elevation of tikkun. Vini mevor b'medrash Rabbah Parshas Breshis Parsha Beis Tohu ze Bavel uBahu ze Madai chulu. Now it's brought Midrash Rabbah that to invoke correspond with the galus of Bavel and Madai mevor she'Avram bachar shibud, and it's explained that Avraham chose subjugation and exile b'medrash tilim simin mem sha'Kodesh Baruch Hu bir Elokein. And in Medrash Tilim that HaKadosh Baruch Hu helped him choose this. And that is like the concept that the greatness of light is drawn specifically through the darkness. And therefore, in the beginning there's darkness. And look in Medrash Rabbah on the verse like a rose amongst the thorns. And that is that the greatness of light of the rose is from the darkness of the thorns. Like the thorn bushes that surround the rose, they darken it. So it's like light, like a light from the darkness. Or you can say that in the beginning there's darkness. Because the concept of the nighttime is drawn from your kingship is the kingship of all worlds, the malchus. Helam, the concept of hiding. And that's the concept of darkness. And then afterwards comes the day and light. That's the shining of Atzilus of Zah. So Malchus is the Laila and Zah is the Yom. First comes the Malchus and then comes the Zeranpin. And similarly, even higher, first you have a tzimtzum and the removal of the light. And you have, so to speak, an empty space preparation for the creation, or and then a light kav v'chut chulu, a cord, a line and a cord. Bal kol panim, and at any rate, al derech ze gam ken yisron ha'or nimshach min ha'choshech, the greatness of light is drawn through the darkness. Ki olam ha'tohu b'shorsho gavoha yoser, and that is because in its source and its root, the world of Tohu is higher. So that's the Yisron Ha'or, because it has a higher Shoresh. So through the darkness we get to a higher light, because the darkness has a higher Shoresh. Zeu klipa kadma, and that's the idea that the shell comes first. Ki agiloi tzarich lios al yidei chachma nikra reshis, because the revelation has to happen through chachma, which is called the beginning. Bechinas tohu zehulam maila me'achachma, and the concept of tohu beyond revelation, that's beyond the wisdom. Rakshemir bibechinas shfiras hakelim umakiv, but it shines in a way of breaking of the vessels and in an encompassing way. Hatehi lahem haleveinala oven chulu kanal, that the bricks were like a stone to them. Like we said, in lifnei gozezeha, with the concept of its shears, shemafridi masairos, that they divided the hairs, that they should be a concept of existence. So too, when they built the tower with the levena instead of the stone, that the stones are a concept of ostios of kedusha, and the levena is a concept of ostios of klippa. It was a concept of also division. That a flaga is the generation of division. A flaga is separation, spreading out, and division. That they were like a concept of mafri the Cyrus, the concept of the klippa. Parshas Pinchas, and through afterwards having the sheep after the goats. Nase Yisron Ha'or Min HaChoshech, so you have the greatness of light from the darkness. U'kamo b'mishkan v'asisa yidios izim la'oel al ha'mishkan, like by the mishkan, it says you should make skins of goats as a tent over the mishkan, an makif. And that's the concept of I am dark, but I am beautiful. Like the tents of the Kedar. That from the concept of darkness and the black and the darkness, you have these beautiful tents of the Kedar, Hamakif de Lavona, the surrounding, encompassing source of the other spices, the concept of the Lavona, which is the Ohr Makif, that gives a chayus to the klippos, but it's the source in kedusha, so it itself is beautiful, even though it's dark. That it's a shortage for the klippa. If you can be megala, that source. And therefore the main concept of sight is specifically from the black of the eye. And Yaakov became the middle pole through his descent to Haron. So too, Avram came up from Mitzrayim, specifically from Mitzrayim. It says he was able to go upwards. That was from that darkness of Mitzrayim. And like the concept of who will give purity from impurity, specifically, and specifically the blood is what congeals and becomes the milk to nurture the baby. Look what it says in the Mamar in Torah Ohr, that these are the names of the sons of Israel about those who are coming down to Egypt. That even if we're drawing down the light through Torah mitzvos, nonetheless it stays in a hidden state. That's, I guess, Habai Mitzrayim, that the fact that in exile our Torah mitzvos don't shine in a revealed way. Like the concept of we did not see our miracles. We must say the reason for this is that the conduct of the world is within this idea of first comes darkness before the light. Like, look what it says about the idea that if we do tshuva specifically, we're redeemed. That the gardener does not go into his garden and the river is dried. And that's why we need tshuva specifically in order to break through and reveal that hidden light. Ein Zor Chele Gimel Daf Ein Daled Sof Amud Beis V'Daf Yud Vav Sof Amud Beis Yuvan Zel Pi Mashakos V'Lekaman Sif Tes Vav. This can be understood according to what it says later in Sif Tes Vav B'Pirush Mitzrayim. Kol olam mugbol lefi ercho. That what does it mean, Mitzrayim? Its boundaries, that each world is confined according to its level. Alkin af shemamshichim achshav idea mitzvos lamayla lo nimshach kein lamata. And therefore, even if we draw down right now through the mitzvos above, it's not drawn down here, that light that we reveal, because the worlds are confined. And that's what it means, that the gardener doesn't go into his garden and there's no connection between the world of Atzilus with the worlds of Biyah, of and that's the concept of towards Egypt. That light that is hidden, that we go down into exile, that our lights are confined and not revealed.